to Smackdown Live 1 week before Backlash. Before I get started, I want to say that I will be doing a prediction. I normally don't do them, but when you see the end of this, check and see if there's another video uploaded maybe about 30 minutes to an hour later. I might be doing it because I'll be shooting it afterward. If it's not out tonight, it will be out tomorrow. So watch for it. What do we get for this show? I'm interested in this pay-per-view, but let's be honest here. There is a decision that was made, makes no freaking sense. But this is the direction they went to. And I'm going to say it now, even though I don't like doing it so quickly, but I'm going to do this quickly. The 6-woman tag contract signing. What? What? When have we ever heard in recent history for the women a contract signing? I haven't. Shouldn't Naomi be having a feud? I'm just saying. I don't understand why Naomi does not have a feud right now. I know it would have been better for Charlotte to go through everybody else first. And for Naomi to work with Tamina. That's the way I feel about it, ladies and gentlemen. You have two potential storylines that could work pretty well. You got Charlotte, who now has to prove that she truly is the most dominant woman in this company. I've had almost no interest when she works by herself. If she's working with basically Sasha Banks, I'm more interested due to the fact that Sasha and Charlotte has a very good chemistry. Not just in the ring, but the way they talk to each other. When Charlotte isn't with Sasha, or someone who's very well developed like Sasha, she just seems to be very bland. It's not her ring work that's the problem with me. And yes, she botches a little bit more than normal for a woman. I'm saying this clearly. She's not a bad wrestler. She's not. But I think she's a little bit more full of herself than she leads on. And a lot of other wrestlers, a lot of women have to cover for her. Now, when you don't have a person who is very well versed or who is familiar with you to cover your problems, it shows. With Naomi, it shows. With Becky Lynch, it didn't show so much. When it was Bayley, it didn't show so much. When it was Sasha Banks, it didn't show so much. But this was Naomi. Naomi is not a bad wrestler. She botches also. But she's much better than she was 3 years ago. But here's the problem. Naomi does not know Charlotte. She never really worked with her much. So if she was to do a program with her, a long program, at least 2 or 3 months, she would know how Charlotte acts and help her to hide some of her problems. And so would Naomi get some of her problems hidden. But as it stands now, they were just botching on each other the last match they had. And you know I love Naomi. She's in my face right now. You know I love this woman. Now I put her to my shoulder, but if you're going to be honest here, Naomi could not save Charlotte's work. Charlotte is botchy when she's by herself. She just is. She really needs more work. But did I care about the 6-woman tag? To be honest, no. I want to see Naomi work with someone. I want to see Charlotte go up through the ranks and prove that she should be the best. Being the best on Raw doesn't mean she's the best on Smackdown. I'm just saying. And then we had the Naomi Carmella. She's no princess of Staten Island. She ain't no princess in New York. She ain't my princess. I'm not saying she ain't pretty. I'm not saying she ain't sweet and cute. But she ain't my princess. And I was not fond of this match because I had this bad feeling Naomi was going to job here. And guess what? She saved Charlotte from Tamina. And then she gets jobbed out to Carmella, who now could have an opportunity to go after the title. What? Now understand, that's actually kind of good. Because we're now after Backlash, we will have Carmella trying to do something against Naomi, and you'll have James Ellsworth by her side. And let's be honest here. When the contract signing was over, and it was Naomi, Charlotte, it was Becky Lynch, It was Carmella and Natalya who talked. What happened to Tamina? She's in my face. Why didn't she talk? Why? But anyway, James Ellsworth talked. Please, don't put a mic in his face. I don't want to hear James Ellsworth when it's supposed to be about women. It's supposed to be about women, not him. And yet he adds on to it. But I just felt like it wasn't necessary in that respect. I'm just saying. Now, I want to say this about Lana and the New Day. When are they coming? I see Lana's vignette. She looks beautiful. She looks adorably sexy. She looks appealing. But I think if they were going to do something with Lana, maybe they should have shown her being in the ring exercising more than showing her how lavish she is. How she can dance around a chair. I would have thought they would do something good with Lana, do it a couple of times, then show that she's been working in the ring. None of it. When is she coming? Then you got New Day. I am anxious to see New Day. Now, I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's because Kofi's not recovered yet from his surgery, if he actually had surgery. I believe he did. Maybe it's Xavier Woods. Maybe it's Biggie Langston. Who knows? I wish that they would actually do a video. Do a Titantron video saying, ladies and gentlemen, this is Xavier Woods of the New Day. And I know you're waiting for us, but Kofi's still recovering. We're going to wait a little bit longer. We don't go by ourselves. We all go as a team, as a family. With the accent. Because I think it would actually make sense the way the characters act. Kind of a southern accent. Not a southern accent, but you get my point. An accent saying we are family. We don't go anywhere without each other. I think that would help. Now, Dolph Ziggler had a segment talking about Shinsuke Nakamura. Here's the problem. I see Dolph as an enhancement jobber for a beginner. And the problem is, I just don't believe that Dolph will win at Backlash. I just don't. I don't hate Dolph Ziggler. I love Shinsuke Nakamura. I believe he could be an incredible talent as long as I repeatedly said, as long as they book him like he was on NXT, a Japanese wrestler whose style is not normal for a Japanese wrestler, he'll be fine. But when you see Dolph Ziggler, and they're trying so hard to sell him as a multi-time champion, two-time world champion, multi-time IC and US title holder, do you actually believe you want to believe that? People are going to say yes, but I just don't buy it. Because he has done absolutely nothing. He hasn't won a major title. I know they're going to say the IC title. No. He needs to win the big one. They need to put him in the big one. They need to sponsor him at the main title to really see if the people want him. But every time when they put him to that spot, they always job him out. So now he's just a basic enhancement jobber. So I really don't care. Doesn't mean I don't care about Shinsuke Nakamura. I do believe it's important that he wins this match. If he doesn't win at Backlash, and I will elaborate that when I do my predictions, it'll look bad. Now, tag match. Fashion Popo versus, who was it? The Colognes. If you looked at the video beforehand of trying to build them up, it is funny. Tyler Breeze and Fandango are funny. They're not hilarious like the New Day, but they are funny. And that is the key of this entire situation. They're supposed to be funny characters that can wrestle pretty good. And then after the match is over, you have the wonderful Usos come out. And I gotta say this about Jey Uso, not Jimmy, not the one that is married to Naomi. Jey. He has stepped up and he has been more vocal lately. Usually it's Jimmy who talks. And I've said this before when I was getting confused last week. But when you look at Jey, he's starting the conversation. He's maintaining the conversation. He's making it interesting. Not saying Jimmy Uso isn't highly charismatic. He is. I think between the two of Jey and Jimmy, Jey is not as charismatic as his other brother, Jimmy. But when you look at it, I'm glad Jay stepped up and is talking more. I want to see more of Jay. Jimmy had a special time with Naomi dealing with the Miz. I want to see something for Jay Uso, something different for him. But that's just me. What else am I forgetting here? That's done. AJ Styles versus Jinder Mahal. I am glad it happened because I think Jinder needed a win, which he got. But when it comes to the Singh brothers, I do remember them now instead of just the Bollywood boys. The Singh brothers are a nice added bit, but eventually it's going to get old. I really want to see Jinder. I said Jinder, I'm sorry. I'm sure I said it. I hate doing that. I want to see Jinder by himself. I want to see Jinder kick someone's ass. Then I want to see Jinder get the pin. I'm not saying you need to do that every single time. Once in a while, he needs to do it by himself. And in this respect, what happened at the end of the night and here where the Sin brothers helped, I think kind of took away from him a little bit. But that's just me, ladies and gentlemen. I really believe that he needed more here. He did not need the Singh brothers to help him. Now, when it comes to the final match, if I'm forgetting something, I'm sorry. That is Randy Orton versus Baron Corbin. And I want to say this about Baron Corbin. I am glad that he's been thrown at the main title scene a couple of times. Not to just get the title, but to work with the main holders of the title. That makes me very happy because you really get a chance to see and gauge how well he can go. Excuse me. How well he can go. What is he able to do? And for Morgan Hyde, which Morgan, I'm happy you started leaving comments again. I'm hoping you're all right now. I know you left a comment saying you were not yourself for a while. I'm glad you are feeling better. You keep leaving comments. I always answer. I'm always there because I care about you. You and your family. But when it came to this match, and Baron Corbin is a favorite of me and of Morgan. I'm sure he'll say he was happy to see him do a very good performance, which he did. He performed very well. The only problem is that this is about Jinder and this was about Randy Orton. It wasn't something that was really to help Baron Corbin to progress. He's still stuck with Sami Zayn. And I got to say this about Sami before I go any farther with Randy, Jinder, and Baron Corbin. I want to see Sami Zayn turn heel. Because calm yourself. Look, ladies and gentlemen. The underdog thing is not working for him. You could do that for Finn Balor. You could do that for Kalisto. But you can't do it for Sami Zayn. Let it go for Sami. Let him be something else. He is a ginger. He is a red-headed man. Why can't you play off of that and say, I am the red-headed stepchild of the WWE. I am total fire. I will burn everybody to the ground. Turn him heel, WWE. He's been a face too long. He needs to be a heel. You know why? Because the character they're allowing him to progress does not work anymore. 3 months in WWE, when he finally came from NXT, yes. 6 months in, not bad, okay. A year in, it's been done. Particularly after working with Kevin Owens. And when it came to Kevin Owens messing up AJ Styles, I enjoy seeing a good heel. He's a good heel. He's not a good face. I could tell. When you see the Sami Zayn, he's a terrible heel that truly needs to be turned face. And maybe if we're lucky, he'll be a lot more entertaining than he is now. So at the end of the match, Bollywood boys interfere with Randy Orton, mess with him, and in the end, Jinder wins, holding the title over his head, and basically kicks Randy Orton's ass. It wasn't a bad show other than the 6-woman tag contract signing, which makes no sense. But it is the first time for the women in a while, or ever. I think in a while. This hasn't been done in a very long time for the women. I'm glad it was done, but let's be honest here. I want to see something for Naomi. I want to see something for Charlotte separately. Hell, give Tamina something to do other than being muscle. She's been in my face for a moment. Now I'm letting her go. And I hope you enjoyed the Zane view. Please give me a comment below. Watch for my prediction. It should be out either later tonight or tomorrow. Have a good day. Have a good night. Peace.